God says, this is very serious. God is trying to reach you. Only you have been chosen. Important alert. Very bad news is coming tonight. If you ignore this, you will cry so much. Listen very carefully. This is not a moment to scroll past or treat lightly. This is not coincidence. You have been chosen to hear this because heaven is trying to get your attention before it's too late. This is urgent, and if you ignore it, you will miss something deeply important, and you may cry tears of regret later. You're not here by accident. Stay with me. Don't miss what's being said right now, because something unseen is moving around you. Something is coming tonight, and only those who are truly chosen will understand this. Please, if you feel this stirring in your heart right now, comment Amen to affirm this word. When God says, only you have been chosen, He's not exaggerating. There is something set apart about you, something the world doesn't see, but God does. Heaven has placed a mark over your life, and the enemy knows it too. That's why your battles have felt heavier lately. That's why your mind has been under attack, your peace disturbed, your nights restless, because something is shifting in the unseen, and tonight it will try to break through. This message is a warning, yes, but it's also a lifeline, a rescue, a shield. God sees what's coming, and He's reaching out ahead of it. That bad news the enemy wants to bring, it's been planned, but God is greater. Still, you must not ignore His voice now. You must remain awake in spirit. If you shrug this off, if you treat this like any other moment, you may cry in ways you never expected. But if you listen, if you hold on, if you trust what's being revealed, there is a shield of divine protection that is about to surround you like never before. God has not chosen everyone to hear this. Only the one whose heart is ready, whose eyes are open, whose soul is seeking. That's you. Yes, you. You've been asking for a sign, crying out for clarity, begging God to show up. And this is Him answering. He's not silent. He's not distant. He's speaking right now. Through these words, you need to hear Him. Please, before we go further, if this has reached you already, just hit like. Someone else needs to see this. Someone else is on the edge, and your one click could be their lifeline. Tonight is not like other nights. There's a reason this warning comes now. Something is shifting in the spirit. Heaven's armies are moving. The enemy has sent a storm. And if you're not anchored in God's voice, you could be swept up in fear, doubt, or even destruction. But God is saying, not you. He's placing you under His wing. He's declaring, no weapon formed against you will prosper. He's surrounding your home, your mind, your heart, your family. But you must not ignore Him. There is someone close to you the enemy has marked. They've been battling things they won't say out loud. There's been darkness hovering around them, and tonight it plans to strike. But because you're here, because God has chosen you, He's calling you to pray, to cover them, to be the intercessor that stands between them and the blow the enemy wants to deliver. Your prayers matter more than you know. Now, comment 1111 if you believe this is reaching you in the perfect timing. When Jesus walked the earth, He often spoke warnings before miracles. He didn't just heal, He prepared hearts. He called people out of sleep, out of distraction, and today He's doing the same with you. You've been tired. You've been feeling things that don't make sense, pressure from every direction, attacks that come out of nowhere. That's because the enemy knows who you are. He knows what's inside you. He knows your future scares him, and if he can't stop you, he'll try to delay or discourage you. But God says, I have chosen you for such a time as this. He didn't make a mistake. You may feel unqualified, but God isn't asking for perfection. He's asking for surrender. Your yes can change everything tonight. Your obedience can close doors to destruction. Your prayers can intercept disaster. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. What's coming tonight is not just a random event. It's a setup by the enemy to shake your faith. But God is exposing it before it even arrives. That bad news, it can be cancelled. That loss, it can be turned. That plan, it can be broken before it reaches your doorstep. But you must align with the Spirit. You must remain awake. No more spiritual sleepwalking. No more ignoring God's nudge. This is the moment to take Him seriously. Every time in the Bible when destruction was near, God sent a warning. He did it in the days of Noah. He did it with Lot. He did it with Moses in Egypt. And He's doing it now with you. That's why your spirit feels heavy. That's why you haven't been able to shake this strange feeling inside. Heaven is alert, and your soul can sense it. But here's the promise: if God is warning you, He's also covering you. If He's waking you up, it's because He's preparing to lift you above the storm. Your home is protected. Your name is known in heaven. And no matter what the enemy plans, he cannot override the authority of your Father. The enemy has been whispering to you in the dark, trying to convince you you're not enough, that no one sees you, that your prayers are just noise in the air. But God says otherwise. He says your words pierce through the heavens, your voice is recognized by angels. You've been heard, even when it felt like silence answered back. You're not forgotten, you're marked by heaven's hand. Comment 222 if you trust this is speaking directly to your spirit. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. The very fact you're still standing after everything you've been through is proof of something powerful. You've been through loss, disappointment, heartbreak, fear, and still, here you are, breathing, listening, holding on. That's not weakness, that's not survival, that's favor. That's God carrying you when you didn't even know you needed to be carried. The world calls it coincidence. Heaven calls it covenant. You are not like everyone else. There's something different about your spirit, and God is trying to awaken it tonight before the next storm begins. That very bad news the enemy planned for tonight is already being intercepted. But you must stay close. You must not allow fear to make you run or disbelief to make you doubt. God has spoken life over you. He's declared you will live and not die, that your purpose will not rot in the ground, that your prayers will not return empty. But you have to come into agreement with Him. You're not being warned just to be afraid. This isn't fear. This is God showing His deep love for you. Think of it, would a father who sees danger coming not rush to warn his child? Would a shepherd not chase after the one sheep that strayed from the rest? God is reaching for you with urgency because your future is worth fighting for. He sees what you can't. He knows what's forming in secret. And He's giving you a choice. Either stay blind and vulnerable or awaken and be protected. Many people around you won't get this. They'll think it's just another voice in the noise. That's why this wasn't sent to everyone. It was sent to you. Because your ears are open in a way others are not. Because your heart has been searching for truth while others have been sleeping through their destiny. You are the one chosen to carry this word. You are the one assigned to break the chain, to stand in the gap, to pray when others are silent, to believe when others give up. God says, I will hide you under my wings. I will shield you from what's coming. but do not turn away when I'm calling. The warning is real, but the covering is greater. Do not let the fear of the bad news drown out the power of the good news. The cross still speaks, the blood still works, the grave is still empty, and Jesus is still King. You may not feel strong enough. That's okay. God never required your strength. He only asked for your yes, your surrender, your willingness to trust when it makes no sense. That's where miracles begin, in the small steps of obedience that seem invisible to everyone else, but move heaven in massive ways. Comment 333 now to declare your faith is active. Tonight, before you lay your head down, God is asking you to come back into alignment with Him. Maybe you've been drifting. Maybe you've let bitterness grow in your heart. Maybe doubt has taken root where faith used to live. But He's not angry. He's not punishing you. He's inviting you back home. He wants to speak with you, to restore what you lost, to renew your strength. But He can't do that if you ignore His voice. Take this seriously. He's trying to spare you from heartache. He's trying to protect you from things that look good on the outside but are traps on the inside. Not everyone around you is meant to go where you're headed. Not every door that opens is from God. Not every feeling in your chest is from the Spirit. Discernment is your lifeline right now. And you only get it when you stay close to the one who sees the full picture. Yes, something bad was set to hit your life. It was going to shake you, but God stepped in. Because you've been praying even when it felt pointless. You've been praising even when the pain wouldn't stop. And God is faithful to those who cry out to Him in secret. He rewards those who seek Him with pure hearts. And you, chosen one, are seen by your Father in heaven. You don't need to be afraid, but you do need to be alert. Shut the door to things that weaken your spirit. Silence the voices that mock your faith. Turn down the noise that distracts your soul. Tonight is a spiritual checkpoint. God is offering you something precious, peace in the middle of the storm. A word before the crash, strength before the battle. That is rare and holy. If your spirit feels heavy right now, it's not because you're broken. It's because you're being prepared for higher ground, for answered prayers, for divine assignments. God is shifting things in your favor. He's moving pieces around. What looked like delay was protection. What felt like loss was pruning. What seemed like silence was strategy. Tonight is not just about warning, it's about awakening. God isn't just stopping danger, He's stirring destiny. The storm may be coming, but so is the shift, and He doesn't want you to miss either. There's something about to shake around you, not to destroy you, but to separate you. What's not meant for you will fall away. What has been blocking you will break, but you must stay rooted in Him. If you wander, if you disconnect, you may lose your covering in the moment you need it most. Comment 555 right now. If you know God is speaking directly to you, think of everything you've endured lately. The pressure, the confusion, the loss, the strange delays. That wasn't random. It wasn't just life happening. Those were spiritual attacks trying to wear you down so you would stop trusting God. The enemy knows if he can get you to quit, everything that's been prepared for you will never reach you. But he's failed. Because here you are, still watching, still listening, still seeking. That alone makes you dangerous to darkness. God is proud of you. You don't hear that enough, but heaven sees what others don't. Every time you prayed with a broken voice, every time you chose peace instead of revenge, every time you kept believing when there was no sign of change, that didn't go unnoticed. Those were the moments that shaped you. Those were the battles that made you stronger. And now, You're being elevated into a new season, not because you're perfect, but because you didn't give up. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research, and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The very bad news that was coming tonight, God didn't just block it, He flipped it. What the enemy meant for evil, God is using for good. That phone call that was going to break your heart might never come. That decision that would have robbed your peace might now shift in your favor. That delay that had you questioning everything might end up being the detour that brought you right into blessing. God is not done showing you just how much He's been protecting you behind the scenes. You were chosen because you have a heart that still listens. In a world full of noise, distraction, pride, and stubbornness, you still stop when God calls. You still believe in miracles. You still expect God to move. That faith is rare, and because of that, you are dangerous to darkness. That's why hell has been pushing so hard to break your spirit. But what it didn't realize is that pressure only pushed you deeper into prayer. It pushed you into divine alignment. Now is not the time to stop. Now is the time to anchor yourself even more firmly in God. This is the moment to build your altar in the quiet place. Pray like you've never prayed. Worship like breakthrough is already on the way. Speak life over yourself. Declare the promises of God out loud. Don't let fear be louder than your faith. Don't let anxiety steal your authority. You have power in your words. You have favor on your name. And you have angels standing guard over your steps. Comment 1212 if you know your life is covered by His hand. When the Israelites were facing the Red Sea, they thought the worst was coming. The sound of the enemy's army was behind them. Water blocked their future. Fear surrounded them. And still, in the most hopeless place, God made a way. He split the sea. He changed the laws of nature for them. And He's willing to do the same for you. You think there's no way out? Watch God carve a path where no path existed. You think you've run out of time? Watch God accelerate what should have taken years. This is serious. Not just because of what's trying to reach you, but because of what's trying to come out of you. The enemy sees your potential. He sees what you could become if you fully stepped into God's power. He's terrified of what you carry. That's why he tries to shut your mouth, cloud your mind, and weigh your heart down with fear and shame. But no more. That ends tonight. God is reviving what the enemy tried to kill. You are going to feel peace tonight. Not the peace the world gives, but the kind that wraps around you like a blanket when the storm is loudest. The kind that makes no sense in the middle of chaos. That's what God is sending. Peace that protects, peace that anchors, peace that covers, all because you stayed, all because you listened, all because you responded. There's a future waiting for you that looks nothing like your past. Stop letting your past decide how much you can receive from God. You're not disqualified. You're not dirty. You're not broken beyond repair. You are exactly the kind of person God loves to use. Someone humble, someone honest, someone desperate for more of Him. That's what moves heaven. Not perfection, but hunger. But you didn't. You've been chosen not just to survive, but to carry something sacred into this world. And what God is doing in you right now is not random. He is preparing you for something so much bigger than the pain that tried to stop you. God sees you. He sees the tears no one else sees, the questions you whisper in the dark, the fears you hide behind your smile. And tonight, he's answering all of it. But his answer is not a soft whisper, it's a wake-up call. This is serious. This is not just about something that might happen. Something is already moving. But so is God. The battle is real, but the victory is already written. The warning is clear, but the outcome can shift if you listen, if you stay, if you move when he says move. Comment 777 now. If you know this is not coincidence, it's divine timing. You need to know this. There is a breakthrough coming, not a small blessing, not a little sign, a complete shift, a supernatural turnaround. But it's not coming through the easy path. It's coming through obedience. It's coming through trust. God is testing your heart in this very moment. Will you hold on to him when it's silent? Will you believe when it hurts? Will you follow when it doesn't make sense? That's where faith becomes real. Not in comfort, but in surrender. The bad news that was scheduled for tonight, it was meant to scare you. It was crafted to make you give up, to make you feel like all this faith, all this prayer, all this hope was pointless. But the enemy miscalculated, because what he doesn't see is the covenant on your life. What he doesn't understand is how tightly God is holding on to you. And when God holds something, nothing can snatch it out of his hand. Not fear, not sickness, not betrayal, not even death. You have a calling that hasn't even fully awakened yet. You've only tasted a glimpse of what God has placed inside you. That's why the warfare has been so intense lately. The enemy doesn't waste resources. He attacks what threatens him. And you, chosen one, are a threat to the darkness. Your prayers shake things. Your obedience breaks cycles. Your faith breaks chains. You don't need to perform to please God. You don't need to earn what's already yours. But you do need to protect your connection with him. Don't let bitterness cloud your faith. Don't let impatience lead you into counterfeit answers. Don't let the pressure of this world drown out the quiet voice of the Holy Spirit. This is the time to draw near, not to run. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financial freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Tonight, God is doing something in the quiet that will echo for years in your life. He's aligning things you can't see, healing wounds you forgot were still bleeding, opening doors you stopped knocking on. But above all, he's whispering this truth into your spirit. You are mine. I have chosen you. I have called you by name. I will never leave you. Comment 999 if you believe his presence is still with you. You are not the same person you were 6 months ago. You've been refined, strengthened, shaped by fire. And now, God is raising you up not in pride, but in purpose. He's removing the masks you've worn to survive. He's exposing the lies you've believed about your worth. He's destroying every voice that told you you're not enough. You are enough. Not because of what you've done, but because of who he is in you. God is not just protecting you from bad news. He's preparing you to carry good news to others. You are becoming the one who prays over others when they break, the one who carries peace into chaos, the one who walks into dark rooms and changes the atmosphere. That's not just a nice thought. That's your calling, that's your anointing, and it's been growing in the shadows where no one applauded you. What's coming for you isn't just protection, it's promotion. God is lifting you into rooms your name hasn't even entered yet. He's placing your name in the hearts of people who can open doors you didn't even know existed, not because you chased it, but because you trusted Him in the dark, because you kept showing up when it was hard, because you didn't let your faith rot under disappointment. You're about to walk into moments that make you weep not from pain, but from joy. You'll look back and realize the tears you cried in secret watered the ground for your harvest. The losses you thought would kill you were actually making room for what's better. The silence that scared you was actually God resetting your foundation. But hear this, it's not automatic. You have to stay close. You have to keep listening. You can't afford to go back to old ways. You can't entertain the voices that tried to break you before. You can't allow your heart to wander in this critical hour. God is moving, and you must move with Him. Let this settle in your heart. You are not alone tonight. Even if it feels like no one understands, even if you've cried in silence, even if you've begged God to just give you one sign that He's still near, this is it. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to be here, right now, for a reason that goes far beyond your understanding. And you won't realize the full power of this moment until later, when you look back and realize that tonight, heaven intervened. Comment 1010 now if you believe God is not finished with you. Don't be surprised if some people can't see what you see. If others treat this seriously for a second, then forget it. That's not your burden. They weren't chosen like you were. They weren't the one God spoke this to. You were. He trusted you with it, not because you're perfect, but because your heart is open. Because even after all the hurt, you still believe. Even after the silence, you're still seeking. That's faith. That's what sets you apart. And that's why you're going to receive what others will miss. God doesn't give warnings out of anger. He gives them out of love. That very bad news the enemy planned wasn't just a small inconvenience. It was meant to break you. It was meant to send you spiraling. The enemy wanted to push you back into depression, back into fear, back into that place you thought you'd never escape from. But the moment you began to listen, something started to change. Angels were dispatched, the trap was revealed, and God began to reroute the storm. He's not just trying to protect your body, He's protecting your spirit, your heart, your future. There are things you've prayed for that require you to survive this season. Things that haven't even begun yet, but they're tied to your endurance now. That's why this message is heavy. Because it's attached to legacy. It's not just about avoiding pain, it's about fulfilling purpose. The enemy is terrified of what you're becoming. He remembers who you used to be, the broken version of you, the tired version, the one who second-guessed every move. But that person isn't here anymore. You've changed. You've grown. And even if you still feel unsure sometimes, even if you still wrestle with doubt, heaven sees your strength. God sees your fight. And He's proud of you. Comment 1515 if you know you've been chosen for something greater. This journey won't be easy, but you won't walk it alone. God is walking every step with you. He's not just watching from afar. He's right beside you in the confusion, in the waiting, in the hard moments where no one else seems to notice your struggle. He notices. And more than that, He's holding you together when you feel like falling apart. Every breath you take is evidence of His mercy. Every small victory is proof of His hand over your life. You've had moments where you felt like giving up, where you looked at the sky and wondered if God had forgotten you. But tonight proves He hasn't. This is His reminder. Not through lightning or loud voices, but through a word that pierces your soul, through a whisper that gets louder the more you listen, through a stirring that won't leave you alone because God refuses to leave you behind. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have been asking for confirmation. Here it is, not from a pastor, not from a church, from heaven itself. God is saying, I see you, I've chosen you, and I'm fighting for you. That news that was supposed to come tonight, it may still try to show up, but it will not have power over you, because now you're not walking blindly. You're walking with divine awareness. You're not defenseless. You are covered by grace. This is not just about what's happening now. It's about what's being set into motion. You're going to see a shift. You'll notice things feel lighter. People who were draining your energy may distance themselves. Doors that were jammed shut may start to open, and all of it will feel sudden. But it's not. It's the result of obedience, the result of staying, even when everything in you wanted to run. Your obedience in this moment is changing things. The way you're choosing to listen, to believe, to stay open, that's creating ripple effects in the spirit. Your faith is unlocking healing in places you didn't even know were wounded. Your trust is breaking through generational battles. Your surrender is making way for peace that will outlast the storm. And don't be surprised if you start hearing God more clearly, because now you're listening with your whole heart. And when He sees that, He speaks in ways that can't be missed. He will guide you through what's next. He'll show you where to step. He'll confirm His word again and again, because He doesn't tease, He fulfills. He doesn't stir hope to disappoint, He stirs it to deliver. You've asked Him, God, do you see me? And now He's answering, yes, I see you. I've always seen you. Even in the moments you felt invisible, even in the seasons when your prayers felt like they hit a wall, you were never overlooked. You were being preserved, hidden, not forgotten, protected, not passed over. God was shielding you from things you didn't even know could have destroyed you, and tonight He's letting you in on the truth of what was really happening. Comment 1717 if you believe God is uncovering hidden things for your protection. The very bad news that the enemy meant to bring into your life tonight had a spiritual target. It was planned to hit your weakest point, your mind, your peace, your confidence. The enemy doesn't always come loudly. Sometimes he comes subtly, through small discouragements, through unexpected losses, through delayed answers. His goal isn't just to hurt you, it's to disconnect you from the voice of God. But that plan is being torn down right now, because God is revealing His truth in your heart. He's reminding you who you are. He's whispering, you are mine. And when He says that, it's not temporary, it's not conditional, it's eternal. God does not give up on His children. Even when we wander, even when we lose our grip, He holds on tighter. His love is relentless. His protection is fierce. And tonight, that love is standing between you and the enemy's agenda. That warning in your spirit is real. It's not anxiety, it's not paranoia, it's discernment. And if you've been feeling off, like something's coming, like your soul is bracing for impact, it's because heaven has been trying to prepare you, not to scare you, but to make you ready. Because when you're aware, the enemy loses his advantage. When you're alert, you become dangerous to darkness. And you, chosen one, are stepping into a level of awareness that will protect not only you but those around you. There is someone close to you who doesn't see the battle they're in. They're asleep in spirit. They're distracted. They've drifted from the truth. And tonight, God has assigned you to stand in the gap for them, to pray over them, to speak life even when they can't hear it. You've been placed as a gatekeeper in the spirit, not to control them, but to cover them, and your obedience could be the reason their life takes a turn toward healing instead of destruction. Don't ignore the weight of that. This isn't just about you anymore. This is about legacy, about what you carry, about the light God has placed inside you that was never meant to be hidden. You are carrying something holy, something that will break curses, shift bloodlines, heal generations. And that's why the fight has been so personal. The enemy is threatened by what you haven't even fully discovered yet. But he cannot win, because God is on your side. This is your moment to rise, not just emotionally, not just mentally, but spiritually. It's time to stand firm in the authority God has given you. You're not weak, you're not powerless, you're not a victim, you are a child of the King, and when you walk in that identity, hell trembles. The plans that were written to destroy you begin to fall apart. The words spoken against you lose their grip. And what was meant to make you cry in sorrow becomes the very thing that leads you into breakthrough. Comment Amen now if you're declaring with your whole heart, I will not be shaken. You've been feeling stretched lately, pulled in every direction, emotionally drained, spiritually tired. But that pressure isn't meant to break you, it's meant to birth something. There's a new version of you being formed in the quiet, a version that doesn't bow to fear, a version that doesn't run from battles, a version that walks in peace even when the winds roar. That's who you're becoming. And yes, the enemy tried to stop it. He sent distraction, he sent delay. He sent people who tried to break you with their words. But none of it worked, because God didn't bring you this far to let you fall. What he started, he will finish. What he promised, he will fulfill. His word doesn't return empty. His power doesn't fade. And his plans are always bigger than the threats that try to block them. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are entering a season where things that used to shake you will no longer have power over you. You're going to look at storms and not flinch. You're going to face uncertainty and not panic. Because you've learned where your help comes from, not from people, not from circumstances, but from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. And when your help is divine, your outcome is secure. So breathe. You're not late. You haven't missed your moment. You are exactly where you need to be. And even now, as these words reach your heart, something is breaking off of you. The fear, the doubt, the heaviness, it's being lifted. God is exchanging your weakness for strength, your sadness for joy, your questions for peace. This message carries the weight of heaven. It isn't meant to entertain you. It's meant to awaken you. God is trying to pull you out of the spiritual fog, out of the heaviness, out of the confusion and distraction that's been choking your peace. Because something dark was scheduled to unfold tonight. Something planned to harm you, to pull you under, to blindside you. but God has already stepped between you and it, and now He's trying to bring you into that place of shelter before it even gets close. Comment 222 if you trust that God is going before you right now. You're not weak for feeling the weight of what you've been carrying. You've endured things most people couldn't handle. You've stood in places where it felt like even God was silent. But still, you held on. Still, you looked up. Still, you refused to curse Him and walk away. That says everything. That's the kind of faith heaven honors, not the loud kind, the loyal kind. The kind that stays even when it would be easier to run. God has seen you at your lowest. He's watched you cry quietly so others wouldn't notice. He's heard your whispered prayers when you didn't even have the words to say what you were feeling. And He was never distant. He was right there. Every tear He counted, every breath He gave. Every time you said, "God, just help me make it through one more day," He was already working on the next miracle. The danger that was coming tonight was not natural, it was spiritual. It wasn't just about a phone call or a situation. It was something sent to attack your peace, to shake your foundation, to reopen wounds that God already began to heal. But because you're listening now, because you've chosen to lean in instead of tune out, something is being broken. Right now, in this very moment, that spiritual threat is losing its power. There's a reason God didn't let you skip past this. He knew this would be the moment you remembered who you are. You are not just surviving, you are covered. You are not just making it through, you are walking in divine protection. You are not just another person online, you are a child of the living God, set apart for something holy. And when God marks someone as His own, nothing the enemy plans can succeed unless that person chooses to walk away. Comment Amen to affirm that you are choosing to stay under His covering. God is lifting the veil right now. He's showing you the truth. That thing you almost walked back into, it was a trap. That person you thought about reconnecting with, not sent by God. That door you were trying to force open, it was locked for your safety. God is not punishing you, He's protecting you, and you're starting to see it now. The delays, the closed doors, the unexpected no's, they weren't rejection. They were redirection. They were God guiding you gently away from pain you couldn't see yet. Tonight is not just another night. It's a turning point. And what you decide to do with this moment matters. Will you return to the same patterns? Will you keep pushing your way instead of surrendering to His? Or will you finally stop running, stop doubting, and let Him be the one to lead? He's not asking you to fix everything. He's asking you to trust Him with everything. Your family, your finances, your future, your past. All of it. He already knows your fears. He already sees your mess. He already understands the parts of you that you can't explain. And yet He still says, "You are mine. I choose you. I'm not letting go." You may not see it, but heaven is celebrating right now, because even your smallest yes is shaking things in the spirit. Even your quiet agreement is giving angels room to move. The enemy has lost access to places he thought were his. Your obedience is closing doors that were cracked open. This is not just emotional, it's supernatural. The Spirit of God is standing over your life like a guard tonight. That dark thing that was scheduled to hit your mind with depression, it's cancelled. That moment of anxiety that was meant to paralyze you, it's losing power. That sudden loss that was coming to shake your hope, God is already placing a hedge around you. You've been under pressure, but it hasn't been pointless. The stretching, the silence, the tears, they've been preparing you. You're about to step into a season that makes sense of everything. The pain will not have the last word. The silence will not define your story. God is not just rescuing you, He is restoring everything you thought was lost. But it all starts with this: Stay close to Him. Don't drift. Don't go back to sleep. Wake up and walk with Him. Trust His voice over every other. Put down the weight He never asked you to carry. You were never meant to live afraid. You were never meant to live defeated. You were created to walk with authority, to carry peace, to shine light in dark places. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. And now that you've heard this, you're responsible for it. Don't treat this casually. Don't brush it off and forget. Take it seriously. Take it personally. God is speaking. And He's not just speaking over your present, He's speaking over your future. The threat the enemy sent wasn't just about a single moment. It was designed to start a ripple effect, one that would bleed into your relationships, your thoughts, your choices, and eventually your calling. But God stepped in because you paused, because you listened, because you didn't scroll past. That one choice, it might have changed everything. You may never know what God just shielded you from. But one day, you'll thank Him for what didn't happen, for what never reached you, for the accident that was avoided, the phone call that never came, the breakdown that never happened. Comment 1111 if you believe God just stopped something you'll never even see. The enemy is relentless, but God is sovereign. And no matter how many traps were planned, they can't go past God's permission. The enemy wanted tonight to be the beginning of your unraveling. But instead, heaven is making it the beginning of your real breakthrough. You've been sowing in tears, and you're about to reap in joy. Not because the storm stops, but because you're about to realize the storm has no power over you when God is with you in the middle of it. And He is. He's with you, right now. Whether your room is loud or quiet, whether you feel strong or broken, He is near. And He's not near as a distant observer. He's near as a father, a protector, a warrior who stands between you and the things that tried to crush you. If you felt like you've been holding it all together lately, here's the truth. It hasn't been you. It's been God. Holding you, covering you, keeping you from falling apart. He's carried you through things that would have broken others. He's allowed certain things to shake you, not to harm you, but to awaken what's inside you. There's a deeper strength rising in you. Not the kind that looks impressive to others. The kind that holds on when everything says to let go. The kind that trusts when there's no reason left except faith. This is what God is doing in you. He's making you immovable, steady, rooted, not easily shaken by words or people or changes. He's teaching you to hear His voice above every other. Because what's ahead of you will require it. He's calling you into a new level of authority, one that can't be built on feelings or moods, but only on truth, only on Him. Comment 333 if you're ready to walk in what God is preparing for you. You are not who you used to be, even if people try to keep you in that box. Even if your own memories try to convince you that you haven't changed. God has been doing something quietly in you, transforming your heart, healing your soul, renewing your mind. That's why certain things don't feel right anymore. That's why some people around you have started to feel distant. He's pruning, not to punish, but to protect the fruit that's about to come from your life. You may feel like you've lost time, like too much damage has been done, like maybe you missed it. But God says no. You haven't missed anything that was truly meant for you. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. You're not behind. You are exactly where He needs you to be. And if you stay surrendered, He will redeem the time. He will bring beauty from the ashes. He will multiply what little you have left and make it more than enough. This moment, this very one, is proof that God hasn't given up on you. He's still calling, still warning, still guiding. If you were finished, if you were too far gone, you wouldn't even be here reading this. But you are, and that means heaven is still invested in your life. That means your name is still being spoken in the throne room. That means you're not forgotten. You're chosen. God is not only shielding you from the enemy's schemes, He's preparing you to stand in places the enemy hoped you'd never reach. You're going to walk into rooms that were once locked. You're going to speak with clarity where there was once confusion. You're going to carry healing where there was once only pain. But first, God is asking for one thing: your full surrender. No halfway commitment, no lukewarm prayers. He wants all of you. Because what He's about to release into your life can't be carried by a divided heart. This is your call to return, fully, no more delay, no more compromise. If there are things you know are pulling you away from Him, now is the time to release them. If there are habits, relationships, voices, or places that keep dragging your soul into chaos, now is the time to walk away. Not because you're better than anyone else, but because you've been chosen. And chosen people must walk differently, live differently, think differently. You're going to see miracles. You're going to see the hand of God move in ways that silence every doubt. But you have to stay under His covering. Don't step outside of it just because the world offers something more comfortable. Don't trade your calling for temporary approval. Don't lose your destiny trying to please people who can't even see what's on your life. God has trusted you with this word because He knows what you're capable of. You may not feel ready, but He's never asked for readiness, only willingness. And if you give Him that, He will make a way, through every obstacle, through every storm, through every moment that looks impossible. There was a heaviness meant to fall on you tonight. Not just worry or stress, but spiritual heaviness. The kind that weighs down your hope, your thoughts, your will to pray. But look what happened instead. You leaned in. You opened your heart. You responded. And because of that, something has shifted. Heaven has moved in your favor. You may not feel it all yet. You may still feel pressure. But the blow that was meant to hit your house has passed over you. You have no idea what you just avoided by listening. Comment Amen now if you believe that God just spared you from something you'll never even know about. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. You've been called not just to be safe, but to carry something holy. And the calling on your life is not small. That's why your battles have been so intense. That's why your peace has been attacked over and over again. The enemy has been trying to silence you before your voice ever reached the place it was meant to. He's tried to convince you that you're not important, not worthy, not strong enough to make an impact. But he lied. You are stronger than you think, not because of who you are, but because of who lives in you. God's Spirit isn't passive, it's powerful, and it's in you. That means you have access to wisdom when you feel confused, peace when things don't make sense, and strength when your body and mind want to give up. This isn't just about pushing through life. This is about walking in spiritual authority. You've been given the power to speak against storms, to intercede for others, to shift the atmosphere with your words. And now, more than ever, God is calling you to walk in that. Tonight is a reminder, but it's also a charge. God is saying, wake up, don't be passive, don't be casual about what I've put in you. The enemy is strategic. He's not attacking random people, he's coming after the ones who carry light. The ones with influence in the unseen realm. And that's you. You're not being hit hard because you're weak. You're being hit because you're marked. Comment 555 if you know you've been marked by God's hand. It's not enough to just survive anymore. God wants you to rise. You've spent enough time just trying to make it through the day. Now He's lifting you into a season of vision, clarity, purpose. But you have to leave behind the mindsets that kept you stuck, the cycles that fed your doubt, the voices that whispered fear every time you got close to a breakthrough. God is clearing the noise. He's making room for you to hear Him again. And when you do, things will begin to move. Don't second-guess what you felt during this message. That stirring in your heart that wasn't just emotion, that was revelation. The Holy Spirit confirming what your soul already knew. You've felt it for weeks now, that something was coming, that something needed to change. And now God is showing you why. He's showing you what's been surrounding you, what's been pressing in behind the scenes. But more importantly, He's showing you that you're not alone. You've been covered even when you weren't aware of it. Angels have stood guard at your door. God has been intercepting plans while you slept. Some of the people who walked away were removed for your protection. Some of the delays you hated were reroutes to avoid heartbreak. God doesn't always explain everything right away, but He never moves without purpose. Tonight, that purpose is being revealed. You are a gatekeeper, a warrior, a carrier of light. Your prayers matter. Your voice matters. Your walk matters. Don't let anyone or anything convince you otherwise. The world may not notice you, but heaven does. And your obedience, even when no one claps for it, is shaking things. If you've been praying for confirmation about a decision, a move, a relationship, or a situation, this is it. God is saying, trust me, don't rush what I'm still building. Don't open what I've closed. Don't hold on to what I've asked you to release. Let go. And watch what happens when you finally stop trying to carry what only God was meant to handle. Some things are about to fall into place for you, not because you forced it, but because you surrendered. The more you let go of control, the more room God has to work. He doesn't need your plans. He needs your trust. And when He finds someone who gives it fully, He does the impossible. What God is doing in you tonight will mark the rest of your life. Not just this week, not just this month. You will look back on this and say, that was the night everything changed. Because the darkness that came for you was not light. It was heavy, strategic, timed, and yet it failed. Because God placed a wall around you, a spiritual shield. He let you feel the pressure, but He did not let it break you. He let the storm form, but He never let it touch your soul. That's how close His protection is. Comment, Amen, if you believe He didn't just warn you, He covered you. The worst of what was meant for you never got the chance to land. And even though it felt like everything was shaking, it didn't fall, because God held it up. You've been feeling the edge of something, maybe fear, maybe confusion, maybe the weight of what if. But God didn't let the edge become the end, and that's the power of grace. That's the power of mercy. That's the power of divine interception. What was written to cause pain was rewritten into preservation. But He's not stopping at protection. He's also preparing you for something more, something weighty, something eternal. You are not just being spared, you are being positioned to carry what others can't, positioned to walk in places others have only dreamed of. And that kind of preparation doesn't come through comfort. It comes through pressing. It comes through nights like this, where your spirit stays wide open long enough for heaven to pour something fresh into you. You might not see all the fruit yet, but something has already shifted. In the unseen, in the places where angels move, in the space where God does his deepest work, that thing the enemy sent tonight, it will not return. That fear you couldn't shake, its grip is breaking. That weight you carried silently, it's being lifted. Not because everything is fixed, but because your heart has returned to the only one who can carry what you were never meant to. Comment 1212 if you know that tonight was not random, it was divine intervention. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. And now, here's what you need to understand. You cannot go back to how things were before. You cannot hear this and live like nothing happened. This word didn't come to entertain you. It came to shift your course. It came to realign your heart, to remind you of who you are, of what you carry, of what's at stake. You are not just a bystander in the story of faith. You are a warrior, a vessel, a messenger, and the time for passive Christianity is over. The days ahead won't be without challenges, but they will be filled with power. Because now you've heard the truth. Now you know what's been at work in the background. And now you've been reconnected to the one who speaks and storms bow, the one who calls and dry bones live, the one who chooses the overlooked, the hurting, the tired, and turns them into fire bearers. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to stay willing. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to keep saying yes. And if you keep saying yes, God will keep showing up in your sleep, in your conversations, in your decisions. He will guide you, speak to you, warn you, strengthen you, and you will never walk alone again. God says, it's an emergency. Your life is about to end. God will stop helping you if you skip this. Please open before it's too late. Let me say it with urgency. This is an emergency. You don't have time to argue, question, or hesitate. You've been walking with a false sense of security, thinking tomorrow is guaranteed, that your plans will unfold as you expect. But I, the Lord your God, see what's coming that you do not. The enemy has set a trap. The clock is moving faster than you know. I have been protecting you in silence, covering you while you wandered. But now, if you walk away from this, if you turn your face from this word, I will lift my hand. I am not doing this to frighten you. I am doing this to save you. This is love, not gentle, quiet love, but fierce, protective love. The kind of love that pulls you out of bed in the middle of the night and tells you the house is burning. Your soul is in danger, not because I have abandoned you, but because you have been ignoring my voice. This is your wake-up call. This is your rescue. Do not look away. Comment 1111 if you believe God is speaking to you now. You've asked me to show up. You've begged me to answer, and now I am. But I'm not answering with a whisper. I'm showing up with a warning. Not to destroy you, but to tear you away from the destruction ahead. The road you're on may feel comfortable, it may even feel holy, but it's leading you away from me. I've been trying to reach you through closed doors, through delayed plans, through the heaviness in your heart. I've sent signs, slowed down your steps, blocked your access not to hurt you, but to bring you back. My child, you are chosen. But chosen does not mean safe if you choose to keep walking into danger. My protection covers obedience. You cannot demand my help while rejecting my instructions. I love you, but I will not bless rebellion. I will not fund your detour. I am God, not your servant. I am the king, not your backup plan. The moment you silence my voice, you silence the miracles I've placed in your future. You're not waiting on me, I've been waiting on you. You don't see the battle around you, but I do. Demons have been circling, plans have been drawn, attacks have been scheduled. The reason I've been calling you deeper, louder, more urgently is because the danger is no longer distant. It is near, and your casual faith won't carry you through this. Your once-a-week prayers won't shield you now. I am calling you into full surrender, because only full surrender will keep you from falling. You cannot outrun what's coming unless you're walking in step with me. There is still time, but it's short. The door of mercy is open now, but it is not always guaranteed. Like the days of Noah, many will hear, but only few will respond. Don't let the flood come and find you outside the ark. Don't let pride tell you you'll be fine without me. You will not. The only reason you're still breathing is because I've been holding back the weight of what should have already crushed you. That grace will not last forever, and it was never meant to. I've called you, covered you, and carried you. I've given you signs in dreams, in moments, in random tears you couldn't explain. I've tugged at your heart in the quiet, warned you in the loud, and placed people around you to speak my truth. But you've kept putting it off, saying, maybe later, while walking toward destruction. I love you too much to stay silent. That's why I'm shaking the ground under your feet. I'm not punishing you, I'm protecting you. If you truly believe this is God speaking, like this video, let it be your act of obedience. Your yes in the small before you step into the big. You don't know how many times my angels have fought for you while you slept. You don't know how many attacks were scheduled and stopped. You don't know how many tears I caught while you cursed my name for not answering fast enough. My love has been patient, but this is the final warning. You can't afford to keep living like you've got endless chances. You don't. Your next decision could either open the gates of favor or bury you in regret. I'm not asking for your perfection. I'm asking for your surrender. I don't need your performance. I want your heart. But your heart has been divided, distracted, lukewarm. That's not love. That's danger. Because the enemy doesn't need you to be wicked, just distracted enough to miss your purpose. He doesn't need you to hate me, just busy enough to forget me. Wake up, open your eyes, return to your first love. Time is running out. Comment 222 if you trust that God is calling you back now. The miracles you've been praying for are not gone, they are just locked behind a door called obedience. You keep asking me why you're stuck, why you feel distant, why nothing's changing. It's not because I stopped working. It's because you stopped listening. I bless where I lead, and I only lead where I am, Lord. You cannot walk in your own will and expect divine results. My power flows where my presence is honored. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You're not forgotten, you're not too far gone, but you must choose me again. And this time, for real. I'm not a moment, I'm a lifestyle. I'm not an option, I'm the only way. If you keep ignoring this call, you will walk into the enemy's trap. Not because I didn't warn you, but because you wouldn't respond. I'm not punishing you. I'm pleading with you. Let me in. Let me take over. Let me lead. You've been walking with one foot in my will and the other in the world, and for a while you got away with it. You felt the grace, saw the blessings, and thought, maybe I'm okay like this. But now you've reached a line, and I need you to hear me clearly. That line is not safe. You are standing at the border between divine covering and self-destruction. One more step in the wrong direction, and the grace that once cushioned you will feel like it vanished. Not because I want to harm you, but because I will not bless disobedience. You've been chosen, not for comfort, not for convenience, but for impact. But how can you change the world if the world keeps changing you? How can you speak for me when you won't even sit with me? My presence has been calling you, aching for your attention. But the noise has become your habit. You check every update except the one I've written on your soul. You chase affirmation from others and wonder why your spirit feels empty. I'm not just calling you to listen. I'm calling you to return. Comment 333 to declare your faith is still alive. I know you're tired. I know you've been under attack. I know people have let you down, and life has pulled you in every direction. I know you've cried in silence and smiled in public, but I've seen it all, and I have not ignored your pain. But your healing won't come by escape. It will come through surrender. You've prayed for peace, but peace only lives where I reign. If I am not king in every area of your life, chaos will always find a way in. Do not confuse my patience for permission. Just because I didn't strike down your sin doesn't mean I approve of it. Just because the consequences haven't hit yet doesn't mean they never will. I've held back judgment with mercy. I've delayed discipline with grace. But I won't allow you to destroy yourself while still wearing my name. You represent me, and if you carry my name, you carry my call. It's time to rise into who I created you to be, not who you've settled for. I'm not angry with you. I'm fighting for you. I'm not threatening you. I'm warning you. My child, I need you to feel the weight of this moment. This is not just a season change. This is a life shift. What you decide right now determines what you'll walk into next. You are either stepping into divine covering or into a drought of your own making. I cannot walk with you if you continue to walk away from me. The enemy wants you to believe it's too late, that I'm done, that your mistakes disqualified you. That's a lie. You are not too far gone, but you are running out of room to keep playing both sides. The longer you hesitate, the harder your heart becomes. You've felt the nudges before, and you pushed them away. But this time, the pull you feel is stronger because it might be your last warning before a storm you weren't meant to survive. Comment 555 if you're done running. I've sent people to speak to you. I've placed messages in places you never expected. I've interrupted your routine with reminders of me. And still you've hesitated. But now, this is different. This is me calling you by name. This isn't for someone else. This is your rescue, your lifeline. You've been saying, God, show me what to do. This is your answer. Turn back. Lay it all down. Let go of what's slowly killing you and cling to the one who died to save you. I see the parts of you no one else does. The fear, the shame, the guilt, the weight of pretending you're okay when you're breaking inside. I don't need you to hide it. I need you to bring it to me. I'm not disgusted by your weakness. I died for it. I took your sin and nailed it to the cross, not so you could wear it like a coat, but so you could leave it there. My blood still speaks, my mercy still flows, but you must come home. My spirit has been whispering to you in the moments when your mind quieted just enough to hear, That sudden silence, that strange peace in the middle of your panic, that was me. Not a coincidence. Not a trick. I've been near, even when you didn't feel me. But now, I'm not whispering, I'm warning. The next steps you take must be led by me, or they will be your downfall. You don't need another opinion. You need obedience. You were not created to blend in. You were called to stand out, but you've been diluting your light just to fit into a place I never sent you. That's why you feel out of place. That's why nothing satisfies. I'm making you uncomfortable on purpose, not to punish you, but to wake you up. This world is not your home. You are not of it. You are mine. You are marked, and it's time to walk like it. Your future depends on this moment. Your family's covering is tied to your obedience. Your children's safety, your legacy, your breakthrough, they are all waiting on your yes. Not your maybe, not your halfway, but your full surrender. This is not about religion. This is not about performance. This is about your soul. And right now, your soul is standing on holy ground, being called by a holy God to come back to life. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Your blessings have not been denied, they've just been delayed by disobedience. But I'm a redeemer. I can restore the years you lost. I can rebuild what the enemy stole. I can breathe life into what looks dead. But I can only do that if you trust me enough to let go of what you're holding. Let go of the pain. Let go of the pride. Let go of the secret sins that no one sees, but that are killing your spirit every day. This is your chance, not just to be rescued, but to be reborn. I'm calling you higher. I'm calling you deeper. And I'm not going to stop until every chain that's held you down breaks. But you must take the first step. Open your heart. Say yes, not tomorrow, not when things get easier. Right now, because the clock is ticking and this is your moment of mercy. It's the nearness of God calling your name. This moment is sacred. You didn't stumble into this by mistake. Heaven arranged this encounter. Don't treat it lightly. Something eternal is hanging in the balance. This is your soul's wake-up call. You've been living like you've got time, but time is not promised. The next day is not guaranteed. You're not reading this by chance. I, the Lord your God, have been reaching for you day after day, and you've been delaying, reasoning, explaining, making excuses. But now, I'm interrupting every excuse. I'm saying it clearly. If you skip this, if you close your heart now, my protection will lift, and you will walk straight into a battle you were never meant to fight alone. I've been covering you in your rebellion. I've been shielding you even while you wandered. But grace has a purpose. It's not a license to continue in your ways. It's the window for you to turn back. That window is still open now, but it's narrowing. And I don't want to see you fall. I don't want you to break under the weight of a consequence that could have been avoided. You've said, God, give me a sign. This is the sign. This is me, reaching one more time, because I love you far too much to stay silent. Comment 1212 if you know God is talking directly to you right now. You've asked for blessing, but I am asking for obedience. You've begged for peace, but I am asking for surrender. I am not your backup plan. I am your only rescue. And I need you to stop trying to mix the sacred with the sinful. That won't work anymore. It never did. You cannot serve me and still cling to the things I've told you to let go. That relationship, that habit, that compromise, it's keeping you from what I've planned for you. You feel stuck, not because I've stopped moving, but because you've stopped following. My path is still there, but you've wandered from it. And you've started blaming me for the pain that came from stepping out of my will. But I didn't leave. You just walked a different way. And still, even now, I am calling you back. That's mercy. That's love. I could have left you to your choices, but I won't let you go without one more call to return. You don't need to fix everything before coming back. You don't need to clean yourself up first. Just come. Come broken. Come confused. Come scared. Just come. Because where you are heading without me is a trap, and I'm not going to let you fall without shouting first. This is the shout. This is the warning. If you ignore it, the fall will come, not because I didn't love you, but because you refused to listen when I reached out. I'm not looking for perfect people. I'm calling willing hearts. You've thought God wouldn't want someone like me, but I say you are exactly the one I want. I came for the lost, the hurting, the wandering. I came for the ones everyone else gave up on. You are not too far. You are not too broken. But you must turn around. Now, before it's too late. Don't just feel this moment. Respond to it. Act on it. Because your life is not just at risk, your eternity is. I want to lead you. I want to heal you. But I won't force you. I gave you the freedom to choose. And now, I am asking again, will you choose me? Will you choose life over destruction? Will you choose peace over chaos? You've seen what the world offers, temporary highs, fleeting comfort, and then emptiness. But my spirit brings lasting peace. My promises never fail. My hand never drops those who cling to me. Comment 777 if you believe God still has his hand on your life. The danger you face is not just physical, it's spiritual. There's a war for your soul. The enemy has marked you because he fears what I've placed in you. That's why you've been under such attack. That's why you feel heavy even on good days. But I have not left you weaponless. I've given you my word, my spirit, and my presence. But you can't use what you don't walk in. And you can't walk in it if you keep resisting my voice. This is not the time to be passive. This is not the time to say maybe later. Later might never come. You don't need another delay. You need direction. You need clarity. You need power. All of that is in me. But it starts with surrender. You don't surrender because you're weak. You surrender because you're wise. The strongest thing you can do right now is say, God, I need you. I can't keep doing this my way. Let me in. Let me reorder your steps. Let me cut off what's draining you and breathe life into what's dying inside you. You've tried everything else. You've run to people, to pleasure, to distraction, and you're still empty. I am the only well that never runs dry. I am the only truth that never shifts. And I am calling you by name not because I need something from you, but because I have something for you. But I can't give it if your hands are still holding on to what I never gave you in the first place. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. I'm not offering religion, I'm offering relationship, a daily walk with me, a voice you can hear, a strength you can stand on, miracles that follow obedience, healing that flows through surrender. You want me to move in your life, I want to live in your life. Let me in fully, not just on Sundays. Not just when you're scared. I want to be Lord every day, every moment. That's where freedom begins. That's where power lives. If you knew how close you were to the breakthrough, you wouldn't delay. If you saw what's ahead, you'd fall to your knees in awe and cry out for my presence. But you don't see it, and still, I'm calling you to trust me. Faith is choosing me even when the path is unclear. Faith is saying yes even when it costs you something. And I promise you this, whatever you lose for me, I will repay with better. That tension you feel right now is not confusion, it's conviction. It's the sound of heaven reaching into your soul, pulling you back from the edge of a cliff you didn't even know you were standing on. You are not here by accident. This is divine timing. I've been preparing this moment long before you even knew you needed it. You've told yourself, I'll change later. I'll get serious when I'm ready. But I need you to understand something very clearly. Later is not promised. The danger isn't in the things you can see. It's in the delay, the hesitation, the belief that there's always more time. The enemy uses delay like a weapon. He doesn't have to get you to say no to me, he just needs you to keep saying not yet. But not yet is a lie when you're standing in the middle of a spiritual emergency. You are not where you are today because of luck. You are alive because I kept waking you up. I kept breathing life into your lungs. I kept holding back the enemy who had plans to take you out. You don't even realize how many near misses were actually full-blown attacks that my hand stopped. You didn't just survive the last season, I carried you through it. But if you keep walking away, if you keep ignoring my voice, the weight of your choices will catch up. And I don't want that for you. I want life. I want purpose. I want restoration. Comment 999 if you know you were saved from things you didn't even see coming. I know what's pulling at you. I know the things you've been tempted to return to. I know what you've been hiding behind your smile, the sin that feels too strong, the guilt that feels too heavy, the wounds that never healed. But nothing you've done is bigger than my mercy. I didn't come to condemn you. I came to restore you. I came to break the chains you've been pretending don't exist. You're not too dirty to be made clean. You're not too broken to be made whole. But I need you to stop pretending. Stop running. Stop resisting. My child, listen closely. The time for compromise is over. You cannot keep dipping your toe in my presence while keeping your heart in the world. It's tearing you apart. That's why you feel restless. That's why your peace keeps slipping through your fingers. You've been feeding your body and starving your spirit. You've been giving your energy to everything except the one who gives you breath. And now your soul is aching, not because I've left you, but because you've been living without me fully. Comment 1010 if you're done living in between. I never called you to be half-saved. I never called you to lukewarm faith. I've always called you to a fire that burns so deep, no storm can put it out. But fire needs fuel. And you've been pouring your time, your focus, your heart into things that burn you out instead of build you up. You scroll for hours looking for peace but never find it. You fill your schedule but still feel empty. That's because you've been away from the source. I am the source, not success, not people, not approval. Me, I'm not angry that you drifted. I'm broken over it. I've been waiting for your return like a father watches the road, hoping to see his child come home. Every time you numbed the pain instead of bringing it to me, I was there. Every time you hid in your shame, I was still calling your name. My love didn't fade, it only grew. My mercy didn't shrink, it multiplied. And now, I'm not just calling you back, I'm running toward you. But child, don't mistake this moment for a suggestion. This is a divine interruption. I am stopping the pattern before it destroys you. I am standing between you and disaster. But you have to choose me. No more pretending, no more delay. You've cried out for breakthrough, but now I'm telling you the truth. Breakthrough follows obedience. You can't walk in power while still holding hands with the things I told you to leave. You've been marked for more. That's why the attacks have been heavy. That's why you felt like quitting. But you're still standing, not because of your strength, but because of mine. I've placed something in you that hell cannot erase, but you've got to protect it. You've got to guard the anointing I've given you. And that means walking away from anything that threatens your soul. You don't need it. If it costs your peace, if it steals your joy, if it pulls you away from me, it's not from me. You've cried, God, I want to hear you more. This is me speaking. My sheep know my voice, and I am not whispering today. I am speaking loud, clear, and with urgency, because the next step matters more than you know. What you do after reading this could change everything. I can't force you to obey, but I am pleading with you to, for your sake, for your purpose, for your soul. I've seen what's ahead, and without me you won't survive it. The world is shifting. The battles are getting heavier. The darkness is growing. But those who walk with me will be unshaken. My children will be protected. My voice will guide them. My angels will surround them. But I only cover what I lead. If you walk outside of me, you walk without my shelter. Come back, not later, now. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You're not powerless, you're just out of alignment. When you're in step with me, nothing formed against you can prosper, but when you drift, even small battles feel overwhelming. I want to restore your strength. I want to fill you again. But I'm not pouring into a divided vessel. You must choose. You must draw the line. This world won't get easier, but I promise you this, I will walk with you through it all. You've been feeling like something is about to happen, like you're standing on the edge of something big, but you can't quite see it yet. That's not imagination. That's the spiritual world shaking around you. The enemy senses what I've placed inside you, and that's why your life has been under such pressure. You've been asking, why now? Why all this struggle? Because your breakthrough is near, and hell always fights the hardest before something holy is born. But this is why you must be alert, because if the enemy can't kill you, he'll try to distract you. And if he can't distract you, he'll convince you to settle. I did not create you for a half-lived life. I did not form you in your mother's womb, speak your name into existence, breathe my spirit into you just for you to live in cycles of almost, not yet, maybe later. You were born for power, born for purpose, born for more, and that more starts when you finally let go of every weight that's been holding you down. You already know what it is, that one thing you keep returning to, that one lie you keep believing, that comfort that's quietly killing you. I am asking you, once and for all, give it to me. Comment 1515 if you're ready to release what's been blocking your next chapter. There are doors I've already opened for you, but you haven't walked through them because your hands are full of what I never gave you. You cannot walk into new beginnings while clinging to old patterns. You've prayed for change but refused to move. You've asked for healing but refused to let go of what keeps wounding you. You want the freedom but not the process. But the process is where the breakthrough begins. I'm not punishing you, I'm pruning you. The shaking in your life is not to destroy you, it's to separate you. I'm removing the things that cannot stay where I'm taking you. You've cried over the losses, but I need you to see them as mercy. Not everyone can go with you, Not everything you had before will serve the version of you I'm raising now. That discomfort you feel, that's me stretching you into the person you were always meant to become. You are not ordinary. That's why you've never fit in fully. You've tried to be like everyone else. Tried to quiet your spirit to match the noise around you. But it never worked. Because I didn't call you to blend in, I set you apart. There is oil on your life. A calling, a purpose. And that calling comes with a cost. You can't walk in destiny and still dance with destruction. You must choose now. You must draw the line today. Comment 1717 if you're ready to step into who God called you to be. I see how tired you are. I know what it's taken for you to keep going. I know the tears that never hit the floor because you cried them silently into your pillow. I was there every single time. I caught every tear. I heard every prayer, even the broken ones that only came out as whispers. And I haven't forgotten. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not late. I've been waiting for the moment your heart would finally open again. And it's opening now. But hear me, I won't compete for space in your life. I won't fight to be heard above the noise you choose to allow. If you want me, you'll have to turn down the volume of everything else. The opinions, the distractions, the addictions, the false comforts. I am a jealous God. I want your whole heart, not part of it. Not just the wounded pieces, not just the Sundays. I want it all because when I have all of you, I can finally give you all of me. You've seen glimpses of my power. You've tasted bits of my peace, but I want to flood your life with it. I want to be your first thought when you wake up, and your last prayer when you lie down. I want to be the one you run to, not the one you call after everything else fails. And I'm telling you now, child, if you'll make me your center, I'll become your shelter. I'll go before you in every battle. I'll silence every lie. I'll shut every door that was meant to harm you. But I cannot protect what you won't surrender. I cannot bless what you keep outside my will. That's why I'm speaking so directly, so clearly. Because time is not something you can keep playing with. You don't know what tomorrow holds. But I do, and what I see ahead of you is too important for you to keep walking blind. Let me lead. Let me clear the path. Let me fight for you. But give me your yes, all of it. You may feel weak, but I am your strength. You may feel like you've failed too much, but I am your Redeemer. You may feel like you've missed your moment, but I am the God who restores. I can make time work for you again. I can bring beauty from the ashes you thought were permanent. I can resurrect every dead dream if you'll trust me enough to place them in my hands. You think you're starting over, but you're not. You're stepping into the original plan I had for you before life tried to rewrite it. Everything the enemy meant for harm, I will use for good. Every loss, every heartbreak, every delay, I will turn it into testimony. But you must trust me enough to let me finish what I started in you. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This isn't just about surviving. This is about stepping into revival. This is about awakening the part of you that's been buried under fear and shame. It's about becoming the warrior I created you to be, not in your strength in mine. You don't need to know how. You just need to say yes. I'll handle the rest. I'll provide the path, the strength, the wisdom, the timing. You just need to obey, because I am your creator. I know exactly what part of you is aching, what part of you has been hiding, and what part of you has been praying for change with no words left to say. You've been afraid to trust again, afraid to believe things could get better, afraid that you missed too many chances, failed too many times, or drifted too far. But I'm here to remind you that nothing about you scares me. Nothing you've done makes me flinch. I knew your weakness before you even realized it. I knew your brokenness before it ever broke you. And still, I chose you. Still, I called you. Still, I died for you. That's love, not the kind that leaves when it gets hard, but the kind that carries you when you can't walk. Comment, Amen, if you believe God has never stopped loving you. You've been looking for me in all the noise, and the truth is, I've been sitting beside you in silence, waiting for you to notice. I've been knocking while you were busy running. I've been holding your hand while you reached for things that never loved you back. But today, you feel me. Don't ignore it. That tug in your heart isn't guilt, it's grace. It's the soft, steady reminder that you still belong to me, that it's not too late, that there's still a future ahead that looks nothing like your past. Let me speak this plainly to your spirit. I don't need you to be perfect. I just need you to be willing to let go of the lie that you have to earn my love. Willing to stop trying to fix yourself without me, willing to trust that I really can make all things new, even the parts of you that feel beyond repair. You've been carrying shame that was never yours to keep. You've been walking with guilt that I already paid for. Lay it down, all of it. I died so you wouldn't have to keep dragging that weight. You've asked, God, how do I change? And here is my answer. One decision at a time, one surrender at a time. Stop looking for a perfect version of yourself to show up one day. Start choosing me in your imperfection, right now. I do my best work in surrendered hearts. I'm not waiting for you to get everything together. I'm waiting for you to hand me the pieces. And if you'll do that, I'll build something from those pieces so beautiful, even you won't recognize it. Comment 1111 if you believe something new is being built in you. The reason the pressure has been so intense is because what I'm forming in you is not small. I'm not raising a person who just survives. I'm raising someone who carries my presence into the world. That means I had to break your dependency on approval. I had to strip away the layers that were never really you. I had to let some people walk away so that when I raise you, no one else gets the credit but me. I know that hurt. I know it felt like loss. But it was protection. You don't need everyone you thought you did. You just need me. I've seen the way you've been trying to stay strong. But child, it's okay to admit you're weak. That's where I step in. My power is made perfect in weakness. Stop trying to hold it all together. Let yourself fall into my arms. I'll catch you. I'll carry you. You don't have to do this alone. You never did. You were never built to handle life without me. That's why everything else has left you feeling so empty. It's because you were made for my presence, and nothing else will ever fill that space. This moment isn't just another emotional moment. It's spiritual, eternal. I'm reclaiming territory in your heart that's been occupied by fear for too long. I'm removing the lies one by one and replacing them with truth. You are not unwanted. You are not too far gone. You are not forgotten. You are mine. And I love you with a love that will not quit. The cross already proved it. The empty tomb already sealed it. And right now, I'm reminding you, you still belong to me. I know the world feels unstable. I know your future looks unclear. But I'm not confused. I'm not shaken. I'm still in control. When everything else around you fails, I remain. When the voices around you change, I stay the same. I am your anchor, your rock, your hiding place. And if you stay close to me, no storm will be able to take you out. You may bend, but you will not break. You may stumble, but you will not fall. I will hold you up with my righteous right hand. You've prayed, God, give me a sign. This is it. You didn't just come across this, you were drawn here. Your soul is waking up because I'm calling it out of the shadows. I'm breathing life into what felt dead. I'm reviving hope in places you buried long ago. And I will not stop. I will not let go. I will not leave you the same. But I need your yes. Not the polished, practiced one, the real one, the scared, trembling, tired one that says, God, I don't know how, but I trust you. This is your turning point. This is where everything starts to shift. You've cried enough. You've questioned enough. Now it's time to move, not in your strength, but in mine. I'm going to walk with you through this next season. I'm going to open doors you never thought would open. I'm going to restore things you thought were lost forever. But more than that, I'm going to make you new. Not just your life, you. So don't stop here. Don't look back. Don't return to what I've called you out of. Keep walking. Keep trusting. I'm not done yet. The next step matters. And I will meet you there every time. Every single time. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. My child, you are living on borrowed grace right now. Grace that has covered you even while you ran. Grace that shielded you while you wandered. Grace that waited for you while you made excuses. But grace is not permission to stay the same. Grace is a door, and I'm asking you to walk through it now. You've been trying to carry too much alone. That's why your back feels heavy. That's why your chest feels tight at night when you try to sleep. That's why your mind won't rest, because you were never meant to carry this without me. I'm not asking you to figure it all out. I'm asking you to trust the one who already has. I'm not expecting you to be strong enough. I'm offering you my strength. If you'll just let go of trying to do it all yourself. You've made mistakes. I know. You've let some things die that should have been protected. You've walked into situations you had no business being in. But even there, even in your worst decisions, I never turned my face from you. I watched over you when you didn't even know I was near. I sent protection. I sent conviction. I sent mercy. And now I'm sending this one more call to come back before the doors close and the season shifts. Comment 222 if you trust that God is pulling you back for a reason. You've waited for change to come from the outside, but I'm telling you now, the change starts inside of you. The moment you fully surrender, heaven moves, chains break, doors open, peace floods in. But I won't force it on you. I've given you the gift of choice, and today you must choose. Not religion, not tradition, me. You must choose me again, not because I need it, but because you do. You need me more than you need anything else. And I'm not far. I'm right here. You keep asking, God, why isn't anything working? And I'm answering because you've been trying to do things your way while asking me to bless it. But I don't bless rebellion. I don't fund confusion. I don't pour power into plans that ignore my presence. I bless what I build. I support what I lead. And I only lead where I'm invited, not with half a heart, not with weekend devotion. I lead when you surrender. Completely. You think you've missed too much, but I can redeem every day. You think it's too late, but I can restore everything that was lost. I'm not a God of second chances, I'm a God of new beginnings, and I'm offering you one right now. You don't have to clean yourself up, you don't have to understand it all, you just have to say yes. Say yes to coming back. Say yes to my will. Say yes to my covering before the storm hits. Comment 555 if you're ready to say yes to God again. There are battles ahead. I won't lie to you. Following me doesn't mean you'll avoid the fight, but it does mean you won't face it alone. It means you'll have a shield, a sword, an army of angels going before you. It means when the enemy tries to strike, he'll find my hand in the way. But that kind of protection isn't promised to everyone. It's promised to the obedient. You want peace? Walk in my word. You want power? Stay in my presence. You want victory? Follow me, not your feelings. This world will pull you in 100 directions. It will tell you to chase success, to build an image, to live for applause. But none of that will last. And when it all fades, when the lights go out and the noise dies down, only one voice will still remain, mine. Only one presence will still be enough, mine. And I'm offering that presence now, not just for a moment, but for every step ahead. You've said you're ready for more, but more isn't about what you get, it's about what you give up. You can't hold on to the old and step into the new. I need your whole heart. That means letting go of bitterness, letting go of unforgiveness, letting go of the secret sins no one sees but you and me. That means cutting ties with the distractions that have become idols. That means being willing to be uncomfortable while I rebuild you from the inside out. You've been asking for purpose. But purpose isn't found in comfort, it's found in surrender. You've been waiting for doors to open, but I'm waiting for obedience to begin. I don't need your perfection. I need your permission. Let me in. Let me lead. Let me bring healing to places you've kept locked for years. The walls you built to protect yourself are the same walls keeping me out. Tear them down. Let me in. I'm not here to punish you. I'm here to heal you, but healing only begins when the wound is exposed. So stop pretending. Stop performing. You don't need to impress me. I know every part of you, and I still love you completely. There is nothing you could do to make me stop loving you, but there are choices that will separate you from my covering. I won't force you, but I will keep reaching until your heart opens again. I've been silent in some seasons, not because I left, but because I was waiting for you to get tired of the noise, waiting for you to realize that nothing else satisfies. And now that you're here, now that your heart is still enough to hear me listen, I'm not done with you. I'm just getting started. There is more joy, more freedom, more purpose. But it's all on the other side of surrender. So don't walk away. Don't scroll past. Don't say, maybe later. Later is not promised. The moment of mercy is now. The window is open now. And my hand is reaching now. Will you take it? Will you follow? Not because it's easy, but because it's the only path to life. Everything else leads to death. But I am the way, the truth, and the life, and I'm calling you home. A neuroscientist says, yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've been asking me for answers. You've prayed, God, just tell me what to do. And now I am. not with a complicated plan or confusing steps. Just one thing: return. Come back to me with your whole heart. Not just your pain, not just your crisis, but all of you. I want the parts you've tried to hide. I want the thoughts you've been afraid to speak. I want the weakness you've been ashamed of. I want the doubt you've carried like a secret. I want it all. Because what you call broken, I call ready. What you call ruined, I call a vessel. You've looked around and thought, everyone else seems fine. Everyone else seems blessed. But I need you to understand, my favor is not about appearance, it's about surrender. And I am not calling everyone right now, I'm calling you. Because what's on your life cannot wait. The assignment I placed in you has been burning in the background, even when you didn't recognize it. That stirring in your soul, that unrest that wouldn't leave, that was me, preparing you, awakening you, pulling you closer to what's real. Comment Amen if you feel God has been awakening something deep inside of you. You've been fighting battles silently. You've carried things no one knows about. People see your smile, but I see your strength. And I also see the moments where you almost gave up, but you didn't. And that's not because of luck, it's because I kept holding you up when everything inside wanted to quit. That's why you're still here. That's why, even through the confusion, you kept pressing forward. I've been protecting you more than you know, and now I want to walk with you in clarity, not just survival. Let me say this plainly. You cannot afford to miss this moment. This isn't just a wake-up call. It's a rescue. It's a lifeline. This is the moment that shifts everything, but you must stop hesitating. You must stop going back and forth. You cannot carry your future while clinging to your past. You've prayed for doors to open, but I need your hands free to receive what's coming. You're still holding fragments of things I've already told you to release. Relationships, habits, mindsets. If it's not from me, it's only going to drain you. Comment 777 if you're ready to release every weight and walk into freedom. You've seen my hand, but now I want you to walk in my heart. You've seen me move in moments, but now I want to walk with you daily. I want you to know my voice, the way you know your own thoughts. I want you to crave my presence more than the approval of people. I want you to hear me when everything else is loud. That kind of closeness doesn't come from quick visits. It comes from surrender, real surrender. The kind where you stop asking me to bless your plans and start asking me to rewrite them. I didn't save you for a life of confusion. I saved you for clarity. I didn't raise you to wander in circles. I raised you to walk in purpose. But that purpose is not found in doing more. It's found in knowing me more. You think you need to be busier. I say you need to be still. You think you need more answers. I say you need more presence. If you'll draw near to me, I'll flood your life with direction, but I won't compete with distractions. My voice is clearest in surrender. There are some things I'm going to ask you to walk away from, not because they're all evil, but because they're not for you. Some things are not bad, they're just burdens. And you've been carrying too many. I need your hands open. I need your heart soft. I need your ears listening, because what I'm about to do in your life requires space, new strength, new wisdom, new connections. But you cannot receive what's next if you're stuck holding what's already expired. You've cried, God, take this pain. I will, but let me also take the lies that caused it. Let me take the fear that told you you'd never be enough. Let me take the pressure to be perfect. Let me take the shame that whispers you've missed your chance. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be for me to begin something new. You just need to trust me, not with parts of your life, but with all of it. You don't have to climb your way out of the pit. You don't have to prove yourself to me. You just have to lift your hands and let me pull you up. I don't love the future version of you. I love you now as you are. But I also love you too much to let you stay here. There is more joy, more peace, more stability, more power. And it all begins with surrender, not when you feel ready, not when things are calmer. Now. You may not feel strong, but you are seen. You may not feel brave, but you are chosen. You may not feel whole, but you are loved. I haven't brought you this far to leave you here. And if you'll say yes, truly say yes, I will flood your life with so much evidence of my hand that every doubt, every fear, every chain will break. This is not the end. This is the beginning. But it starts with one word. Yes. I've been waiting on this yes, not just the emotional one, the real one, the kind that turns from compromise, the kind that walks away from comfort, the kind that says, even if I'm afraid, I'll still obey. That's what I'm calling for now. You don't need a full plan, just a willing heart. I will guide each step. I will strengthen every part. But you must move. You must act. You must decide today. This is the line in the sand. This is where the version of you that survived ends and the version of you that thrives begins. But it cannot begin while you keep one foot in what I've told you to leave. You cannot walk forward looking backward. You cannot hold hands with what's hurting you and expect healing. I am not trying to ruin your comfort. I'm trying to rescue your future. And the longer you hold on to what I've marked for removal, the longer you delay what I've prepared for release. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've been asking why everything feels heavy, why nothing satisfies, why peace seems just out of reach. It's because you're too close to me to be comfortable with sin, and too close to sin to be satisfied in me. That tension, that restlessness, that's the war between who you were and who you're becoming. But I can't make you new unless you're willing to let go of the old. And that means all of it, the habits, the secret patterns, the excuses, the pride, the distractions you call coping. You say you want freedom, I say prove it by letting it go. Comment 333 to declare you are ready to be transformed from the inside out.